Hello and welcome back to Beirut. I made my way here from Tripoli and today I am doing a day trip to the incredible ruins of Baalbek, and I am at the Coda station here in Beirut, and I am currently about to find which bus I need to take to reach Baalbek, which is a small town in the far east of Lebanon. Hi, I need to get to Baalbek. You know Baalbek.
So Baalbek.
Baalbek? Baalbek.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Fine.
I need to go to Baalbek.
Where are you going?
Baalbek.
Baalbek. Here. This bus.
Okay, it goes to another town.
Yes.
Which
Money.
Zale.
Money?
This is going to Zale.
Zale, Baalbek.
Zale,
Baalbek.
Okay.
Zale, Baalbek. This bus.
Okay, shukran. Alright. It's this bus, but there's nobody on it, which might take a while to leave. Okay, so right now I have a dilemma as I have my espresso. It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to take up to 2 hours to reach Baalbek, which means I won't get there until potentially 3 p.m. onwards. The site closes at 5. 2 hours to explore, maybe I can just about do it. And the issue is coming back. I don't know if there are buses all the way back to Beirut, stopping in Zale or another town on the way from Baalbek, which is such a small town. I've not been there from sort of 5:30, 5 p.m. onwards, and I'm trying to find out now, but no luck. I either stick with this plan or I come back and I do it all very early tomorrow morning. The issue is I fly tomorrow 7 p.m. from Beirut airport to my next country. I need to be at the airport by 4, which means if there are buses leaving early-ish tomorrow morning, say 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., I can get to Baalbek by 10, cover it in a couple hours, and then be back by 2. Maybe that's also doable. And I can catch the morning light at the site. That rhymes. Okay, let's see in the next half an hour to hour if this bus fills up or not. If it does not, then I will return tomorrow morning. Hello and good morning, welcome back from Baalbek. I'm about to enter the site. It is the next day. I opted to wake up early this morning, 2-hour journey from Beirut. I managed to find a direct one. Yesterday I decided around 1:30 it was cutting it too late to be able to spend enough time at the site and see everything. My flight, like I said, is 7 p.m. tonight, so it's now 9 a.m. The site has just opened. I've got here perfectly in time, so let's go inside. I'll talk more about Baalbek and how I got here too. An entrance ticket is 15,000 Lebanese pounds or lira, which is fascinating because the price of the ticket is still going on the government's official rate, which is $1 to 1,500 Lebanese pounds. So most places across the country and people, pretty much everybody, is using the black market rate, which is currently around 26,800, something 900. So if you divide 15,000 by that, then you're paying 55 cents to enter Baalbek in US dollars. Wow, I'm so impressed by the scale, and I will talk a little bit more about the history in a moment, but I think first I will just cover my bases in terms of logistics, how you get here, how I did it, how much it was, so you know how to do it yourself. So as I said, I took a shared minivan which cost 100,000 direct from Beirut. I thought originally that I had to change in Zaleh or another town, but actually there are some direct ones that go in the morning, I guess, or maybe all day, and they dropped me off at this kind of busy roundabout in Baalbek town, and from there I needed to then take a taxi 5 minutes to the site here. My taxi driver said to me that had I taken the minivan from Beirut to Baalbek just a year or so ago, then it would only have cost 5,000 Lebanese. So that just goes to show the inflation that's occurred in just a few short years. Wow, I have just stumbled out into what appears to be the central square. Immense columns and pillars at every turn of the head. One thing you should also know about visiting Baalbek is that this is Hezbollah territory, and it is the administrative center of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Who are Hezbollah? If you don't know, they are an Iranian-backed Shia group with fingers in the pies of Lebanon's politics, a militancy, anti-Zionist. The US describes them as a terrorist group. The Arab League has also declared them as a terrorist group or organization. That's all I'll say about them, because it is political, it is complicated. You can do your own reading on them, but just know that they control this particular part of Lebanon, and they are all over the country in general. It's an interesting journey looking out the window and seeing posters of the supreme leader of Iran in this area, or just seeing all the banners because the elections are coming up. In fact, I'm leaving the country tonight just in case the elections get a little messy. I don't think we really know what's going to happen. It's quite unpredictable given the events of the protests and the explosion, you know, COVID and all the problems that are currently in Lebanon. It's wise probably not to stick around for the election, you know, with what's going on in Ukraine. The world is just very unpredictable at the moment, so if in doubt, play it safe. But in terms of visiting Baalbek as a tourist, you're not going to be affected in any way. You won't really even come into contact with them, apart from when you pass a few checkpoints where they don't even stop you, they just wave you through. And as long as you don't take any pictures or videos of them, then you will be totally fine. It's 9:30, so the site has been open for a while, and yet I am the only person here. Ever since I walked in, I have not seen another visitor, which is incredible. When you get to see somewhere like this and wander it by yourself, it is truly amazing to be alone at the site. And wow, look at this. In terms of visiting landmark attractions or wonders, this might be the luckiest I've ever got. I have the entirety of Baalbek to myself, and I only paid the equivalent of 50 cents to enter. I mean, compare that with the crowds of Angkor Wat and the fact you pay $70. When you put it into context like that, where I'm just sitting now with a view here, nobody coming. When you put it like that, it is a very fortunate experience for myself to be here at this time. As early as 9000 BC, the site of Baalbek was used as a place of worship, and probably People were coming here even before then. And over the millennia and centuries, Baalbek was used as a center of Mesopotamian, Roman, Christian, and Islamic worship. Each built and brought their own practices, and a lot of what we see today is the legacy of the Romans. Here we go, found the entrance, and it is so grand. I don't think I have seen a temple as well preserved at this size anywhere. Perhaps the Parthenon, the Acropolis in Athens, is the only other one that comes to mind. A lot of the carvings are fairly well preserved down here, but the higher up you go, they're even better preserved, especially the arch at the top. So the sign over here tells me this is the Temple of Bacchus, which is named after the wine god. The Temple of Bacchus was built during the reign of Nero in the 1st century AD. Walking up to what would have been the focal point of the temple. Okay, so I heard that Baalbek was going to be good. I knew it was impressive, but I think it has exceeded my original expectations. The exterior ceiling of the Temple of Bacchus is something not to miss. It depicts scenes of Mars and Vulcan and other legends, and a historian could probably dissect that a lot better than I can. The other side of the outside of the temple there, and more views of the town. The next video I'm making, it is a video on the black market and the currency situation. As you know, they've been suffering from hyperinflation, and I'm going to detail out how you can travel here as a tourist, what's the kind of protocol that you need to follow in order to make sure that you don't end up worse for wear. So that will be the next video. I actually filmed it the day before yesterday, but I'm going to release it after this one as a kind of concluding video to the Lebanon series. It is from here, in the exterior of the Temple of Bacchus, that we get the best view of the Temple of Jupiter with the blue sky behind it, pointing to the gods with fluffy clouds above.